Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been a while since I've done your reading, or at least it feels like that. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see what the month of November holds for you. I think I'm gonna do this specific reading a little bit more tarot and like intuition oriented. There will be another one I'll probably make that will be more astrology oriented. So let's start with this one today. There is probably going to be another bonus too, as always, but today I'm actually already hearing a few messages for you Scorpios. Before we get started, I also just want to tell you guys that my membership is open for enrollment. If you want access to exclusive content, I'll be posting 2021 readings for all signs, probably sometime starting next week. So if you want access to that, plus live stream where we can talk about anything, you can ask me any questions. And there is also even an option to receive a private message, channeled message from me just for you. Check out the membership. All the information about membership is going to be in the description box of this video. There's also my astrology courses that are open for enrollment. We made some changes, so now if you enroll into level 2, you automatically get access to level 1. If you're enrolling, after October, I believe 12 or 13, that's the new policy there. Everything else you may need is in the description box. Check out the video I recently made on also demonology, sharing some Kabbalah concepts about certain energies that became very popular in the New Age. So me and my friend recently had a chance to go live on Instagram and discuss a lot of things that I think many people who just study the New Age without more ancient traditions don't realize what they're connecting with. So we made this video. It's here on YouTube. It's on the Instagram as well. My Instagram is just like this channel, Astro in Wonderland. We haven't changed the name yet. Sometime soon it's coming. And anyway, Scorpios, let's get started. So we are having retrograde, right, in our sign. It's gonna go direct November 3rd, day of US election. Interesting coincidence. I was talking a lot lately with my Scorpio friends, and we came across a few fascinating discoveries. And I realized everything about Scorpios. Why do Scorpios have the kind of issues they do in relationships? Why certain things are taking place in the life of Scorpios? And I think that especially right now, as Mercury is in retrograde, some Scorpios might find themselves having an identity crisis. There could be a moment when suddenly everything you knew about yourself, or you thought you knew about yourself, changes. And actually, let me quote something, if I can find this right now. A friend of mine posted something that I thought was fascinating. It's more like, we are very often conditioned, right, to think just certain way, to see the situation a certain way. And then something happens. It's almost like the image that I'm getting, a lightning that strikes, that totally changes your perspective, your idea about something. And this is deep concept, but also on my channel I don't do this very basic, you will have spiritual awakening next month, you will find your soulmate next month type of reading. So we talk about more deep concepts here. So if you don't resonate with that, feel free to explore other things. And I realized one thing about Scorpios as well, is that we are the sign that always transformed. It's our ultimate destiny to never stop the transformation. And many people say, right, well, Scorpios have this difficult life because we are going through so many challenges, and this is why we have no choice but to transform. It's partially true. Yes, Scorpios do tend to be a little bit more crisis prone. However, what I discovered when I was talking to my friend who is a Scorpio sun, me and her, we were talking about how, listen, even when life is almost perfect, life is never perfect, but even if, imagine, things are almost perfect, you are in a stable, happy relationship, you do what you love for a living, everything seems to be good. Scorpios still have this moment where they either sabotage the whole situation in the worst case scenario or in the best case scenario, and they just go into that state where, I don't know, they still need to transform, they still need to, even when everything is good, to find a way how to create this situation that has this powerful revelation of energy, destruction / rebirth. So of course, now if you think of it, when you're in a relationship, right, with another person, does this really work this way? Because when you are in a relationship with another person, you know, unless they also have dominant Scorpio in their chart, they very often cannot understand what's happening with you, why you constantly, you know, going somewhere, why something constantly changes in your life. And some people tend to be spooked by it because, oh my God, this looks intense, this looks crazy. Anyway, let's get started with your reading. I think the remedy, honestly, for Scorpio is to embrace their progressions. So let's say if you're Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising, your next progression is Sagittarius, and usually, most likely, unless like you already went to Capricorn, you're in a Sagittarius state, which is all about embracing faith, you know, really like transcending past whatever your limitations are. I notice the happiest Scorpios are who are very much connected to the side of themselves. Anyway, let's see. What are the cards? This word that I heard very loud and clear in the morning when I first was like drawn to do your reading today, it was not in the plans really, was identity crisis, but not bad. It's not in a bad way. And I was actually doing a reading today in my membership group, and this came up as well. It's not a bad identity crisis. This is actual identity crisis that meant to bring you to your truest, highest self-expression. But let's take a look what comes up. Oh my God, I cannot believe this. We have the Prince of Wands and we have the Lovers. Somebody could have Leo in their chart, yes. Somebody could also have here Leo and Scorpio. Look at this, we have the lion and the eagle, right? And we have, of course, here this Prince of Wands and this Leo. So it could be Leo in the chart. It could also be someone who has, I'm seeing number 8 as their life path number, or also number 6 is their life path number, could be. I'm seeing strong energy of Venus as well. So this is Taurus and Libra too. And I'm seeing that there is two, actually you guys gonna get a love reading. Wow, because I'm lately not really doing love readings, but this one screams love. Lovers is the first card. We have here an energy that's more, I would say, feminine, which is ready for love, is what I'm seeing. Because if you see here, the Queen, the feminine, she represented here by Scorpio, because eagle is a symbol of Scorpio. She has the cup in her hands. Now, the gentleman or the masculine energy she connects with is this male who has the sword, right? So it's almost like King of Swordish type of energy. So the feminine energy here, as you would maybe expect, is the one that's already connected with your heart, with her emotions. Now, the masculine here is more in its logical mind. However, if you can see, you see how their hands are very close to each other. So it's almost like he's becoming ready to receive this cup of love from the feminine. And if you look at the Cupid here, the Cupid is aiming at this masculine. So you might be dealing with, or you maybe you're dating someone, maybe somebody you recently met or about to meet, a person who has not really been maybe in love many times in their life. Maybe they haven't opened their heart chakra yet. Maybe they felt for a while that they were not ready for love, and they are represented by this lion here. Somebody could have lion as a spirit animal as well. But I feel like it's inevitable at this point that this is kind of like, you know, they're being pulled by the universe in this chariot towards love. Now that is the person who I feel like destined to fall in love, but it's like, you know, it's an exchange somehow. I'm also seeing here that the woman or the feminine energy has wisdom. Her crown here is very similar to the crown that the high priestess is wearing. However, the king, he's wearing this traditional golden crown. So it could be something where there is exchange of like feminine wisdom with masculine maybe strength or something like that, because the masculine energy here is very fiery and it's very strong Leo energy. Once again, they don't have to be a Leo. They could have just lion as a spirit animal. They could be maybe life path 8 or something like that. Maybe they could have I don't know, Leonardo or something like in their chart, like DiCaprio, he's like Leo, but he's a Scorpio, something like that. Let's see what else. Let's see more about this. We also have here the Fool. It is, I get for a lot of you, this is new. So this is not something that necessarily been going on for a while. If it's a situation that's been going on for a while, then there is a new beginning here. And if we look here at the Fool as well, we see here in his chest, this is Hebrew letter Aleph, which is numerical value 1. So it seems like there is this new beginning that's taking place here. And it's interesting because I feel like this journey is really, I don't know, it's almost like it's something that came out unexpectedly, like you didn't see this coming. It's really also, I'm seeing for somebody, it's almost like they're experiencing this process almost like of a soul. I don't know, what do they call this? When it's like there's something about additional soul, or a person's soul is stepping into their reality or into the realm they haven't experienced before. I know it's very deep. That's what I'm seeing. And we have here Prince of Swords, but I also feel that it's almost like here, there are certain forces that are pulling a person into different directions. I see that I feel like with the Prince of Wands, this is the correct direction. It's almost like a person has a chance to go straight towards something or to be misled. I'm not sure what's misleading a person. Let's see, Prince of Cups. There's 3 princes. This is 3 masculine energy. I think it doesn't really represent 3 masculines, but what it does represent, it represents 3 young masculine energies that are pulled in 3 different directions. We have here the Lion, which is this symbol here of strength. We also have the Prince of Cups, which is somebody tuning into their feelings. But at the same time, the Prince of Swords here, to me, has to do with the direction they've been going on for a while. And there is something here about a person being really confused. I'm hearing about the direction. Which way do I go from here? Is this the correct path? Is this right for me? We have here 7 of Wands. Yeah, I do see this energy also of, and you know guys, this is absolutely general reading. The only reason I'm doing love reading is because Lovers came up as first card. But with the 7 of Wands here, it seems like almost someone here is experiencing the kind of feeling or the kind of sensation, I'm not even sure what is it, or something even with their soul that's taking place. They have never felt this before, and they are unsure whether to roll with it or whether to shield themselves. There is an energy, it's almost like if you look at the 7 of Wands, if you remove everything, you will see just the Ace, right? So the spark and inspiration is there, but it seems like there is a lot of different energies. It could be person's thoughts, it could be different, just their own energy that's like, I don't know if I can let myself go in this direction. Something about direction. I have no idea what this represents. You have here 9 of Swords. Like somebody legitimately is also really worried, and it has to do with Mars. Once again, it is, in my opinion, not the feminine, it's the masculine energy. Somebody could have very strong Mars in their chart, maybe Mars in Scorpio, Mars in Capricorn. And it seems like the person right now, I'm also seeing a lot of rain. So a person could be in the area where it's starting to rain, or something about the rain that's coming. And I just get that like there is a lot of things that someone is confused about at the moment. Which way to go? Can I allow myself to feel this? I don't know, maybe it's something like difference in religion, or something like a background, or I don't know, long distance. I'm not sure, because a person is almost like questioning, can I go towards this or not? We also have here, look at this, 3 of Wands. What I feel though is the energy of confusion and the energy of feeling like really distorted or something like this is becoming less. So it's going, I think, towards, like, as Mars retrograde is going to finish in the middle of November, there is going to be a lot more clarity somebody is going to feel here. So what it looks like to me is that there is certain energy of very big transformation, even a certain identity crisis, a person, masculine energy, I think, in this equation. But again, it doesn't have to be a man. Maybe it's same sex, maybe it's I don't know, maybe you can read it whatever you want. But I feel like whoever is watching this is for the person you are dealing with. I feel like this confusion is going to become less with the 3 of Wands when Mars goes direct, which is again middle of November. And we have here 5 of Wands, but it's weird because it's almost like this is a big deal. I don't know what's going on, but there is a very big deal because I'm seeing a Chiron symbol here as well. So it is some kind of really deep wound that your connection is triggering a person. It's almost like they don't know who they are anymore. Like they thought they knew who they are. They thought they knew what are they doing in this world and all of that. But then suddenly, maybe because of your connection or something that happened within your relationship, if for those of you guys, you know, you already are in a relationship, they just are feeling confused. And it's almost like I feel like this person's taking a step back. They're trying to own what they feel. They're trying to understand themselves. But then Chiron energy here pops back in, and it's like the confusion is back again, and there is some kind of destruction also that's going on. We have the Emperor here. It has to do with masculinity. Somebody in this situation has daddy issues. Sorry, I don't know why I said like this. I'm seeing that somebody could be in Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe even any other placements. There is something here about the energy of masculinity. There is also something about a father, or maybe even you who's watching this, there is something this person reminds you about your father. So there's some kind of fatherly wounds that's meant to be healed. And it's almost like this is the energy that's like really powerful, really strong. We have here the Nine of Cups. I feel like there is a sense of you not even being worried about this. Somebody could have either a strong Pisces or Jupiter in Pisces or even Saturn in Pisces. Whoever is watching this, you're really what you need to do in this situation or in any other situation, if of course this message resonates, is just to focus on the completion, the complete circuit of energy, on feeling whole. Because the more you will feel whole, let's imagine you are dealing with like a soulmate or something, the more you will be able to shift yourself to energy of completion and wholeness. If this person is indeed your soulmate, and I have a little bit of a different idea of soulmates, you know, than most people on YouTube and New Age, but let's just imagine for a second it is, that you will help them that much more. So your only kind of concern here needs to be is to feel as whole as you can yourself. We have here the Hermit, and something about number 9. We have double 9 here. I feel like there might have been also, I'm seeing isolation, which makes a lot of sense. You might have been isolated for the longest time. This person might have been isolated for the longest time. Or maybe you two are just together. If you're living together, let's say, for those of you who are together, you're just kind of, you've been withdrawn from the world, both of you. But what they say is that this is also a birthing process of something great. Some of you maybe are preparing to have a child. Maybe for others of you, you're working on something together, because you see how this Hermit is in the darkness, but he is revealing some kind of powerful light. And if you see here on this egg, right, with a serpent, there is something that's coming to birth of itself. Wow, this reading is deep. Let's see how the person you're dealing with feels about you. Who have Virgo in their chart too, or you could have Virgo in your chart. How the person feels about you. 7 of Cups. I feel like I don't know what guys is going on with you, but there is this energy of confusion. It's like feeling emotionally confused, feeling like, you know, there's Scorpio energy here, of course, as well. And you know, this is Mercury retrograde in Scorpio as well. This is like, which way do I go? What's going on with me? Kind of questioning. I'm hearing somebody is questioning their sanity. 4 of Cups. And you know, if you're having a situation where you're dealing with someone, even if it's yourself, and they are being weird, or is there something like weird going on, I don't feel like it's ill-intended, because there's great sensitivity that's been awakened. We have the Moon in Cancer here, but at the same time it's confusing someone. I feel like maybe you are dealing with someone who's never been in love before. I don't know, maybe you guys are young. I hope you're over 18. I'm just seeing you have awakened certain feeling in a person that they never felt before. And I'm not exaggerating this, really. They're really showing that for whatever reason the person didn't feel like this before. Actually, I read a quote not so long ago, a few days ago on Instagram. I think it's Scott Fitzgerald's old quote. There is many kinds of love, but never the same love twice. So I just really think it's I don't know, somebody's heart chakra is opening up, but they've never experienced this before this way. Look at this, the Sun, but it's good though. Wow, I actually never pulled this card from this deck before. Look at this. It is some kind of soul connection that I think is very powerful. That is also very old soul connection. Like this is something, you know, that goes, I think, I don't know, far away. Maybe you know each other already, like, I don't know, since you were children or something like that. There is that. Some of you have twins or dealing with twins, or will have twins together, something about twins. So I'm not sure how it connects here, but it's like actually, like, there is a very big awakening of our soul and happiness and life purpose that's happening here. It's something that could have started in 2019 as well. And look at this, for some of you it's also about creation, art, and once again the lion and the Scorpio, eagle is a symbol of a Scorpio, so Leo and Scorpio energy is really connected here. And it's here to create. You're here to create something, maybe with this person or because of this person. There is this energy that's really divine that's coming in. I was actually thinking about this yesterday as well, as I was dealing with emotionally confusing situation myself, and I was like, you know, our feelings sometimes we think of them so hard, right? We take them so seriously. But artists, right, and creatives don't really think about their feelings necessarily so hard, because if you understand that whatever you feel, no matter how confusing it is, no matter how crazy it is there to reveal either something spiritually in the world or to create something. Art is also one of the ways to reveal light in this world. When you realize that it's not about what's gonna happen, what am I gonna do, what am I gonna say, where this is gonna take me, when you don't think like that in the sphere-based programming energy, but instead you allow whatever feeling you're experiencing, whether it makes sense, whether it doesn't make sense, but you allow this feeling awaken your soul and take you on the path of creating something, take you in the path of even feeling happy. Even feeling happy and raising your vibration is a big deal in the times like we are living now. If you just let the feeling, whatever it is, do its part, do its job, whatever it is, that's how confusion will be removed here. So I do feel like somebody you're connecting with or connected with, it's a very strong energy. It could be a person maybe you've disconnected with before, but you are reconnecting now, even though I don't like to do your ex coming back type of video, not even because I don't see, sometimes I do see this energy, but the problem is a lot of people who watch the tarot readings as general will, you know, people who are looking for hope will take that, right, and run with it, but it's not necessarily a message for them. So I try to be very careful with that, even though sometimes it is coming up, and, you know, kind of do need to say that. Let's see what else. We have here the Three of Swords to Five of Cups. I also think you're dealing, either you yourself been through tremendous heartbreak. Three of Swords with Five of Cups is something that's led to depression, something that led to a person really feeling dead inside for the longest time. You could be dealing with a person like that, and I think you really need to be patient with yourself and with whoever you're dealing with. Of course, never, you know, waste your time or whatever, but it's almost like you have to give that grace and that mercy to yourself, to whoever you're dealing with, because I feel like heartbreak and wound wasn't just about breakup. I'm even seeing somebody went through something really bad, maybe early on in their life. There was an experience, it's not necessarily like a near-death experience, but it could have been an experience where, like, in an instant their life changed and they were not who they were anymore, but it was traumatic. They're telling me it was traumatic. Like, it didn't happen like, oh, you know, like transformation or whatever. There was something that happened, I don't know, maybe it's in your life, or most likely I think it's whoever you're dealing with, where they were a certain way, they were supposed to go a certain road, but then something happened where they were taken away from it, from that manifestation or from that path. And what I'm seeing right now, there is some very powerful divine grace and divine intervention that's taking place in somebody's life here. And, you know, imagine you wandered off the path you were supposed to go for such a long time. Let's say you were meant to become a successful musician or painter or whoever, doctor, I don't know. And imagine you were supposed to go towards this path for 20 years or for 10 years, but for whatever reason, because of some traumatic experience or maybe mistake in the code, you were taken away from that journey into something else. However, the divine here recognizes the good work you've done, or once again, it could be about them, and the divine just really wants to unplug you from something and almost plug you somewhere else. But it feels a bit of like identity crisis process, because while this is happening, you're like, I have no idea what they're doing to me, what's going on with me. There is that kind of energy, but really I see that it comes from divine, and divine wants to take away something from the past, the soul, like contract or something that wasn't even supposed to be there. It kind of happened, I don't want to say like a mistake, because everything happens for a reason, but what they're showing me, someone here is meant to be like different or doing something different. Wow, we tapped into something deep today, guys. Don't you like it when I do less readings? They become more deep. But look at this. But at the end of the day, there is this Two of Cups. There is a soul connection that you are having. Could be a person who has Cancer in their chart, somebody who has a lot of, I'm seeing Chiron is very pronounced in this person's chart. You or this person could have, I'm seeing hold on, something with the heart chakra that you are able to heal, but you don't even know. I'm seeing also that there's something about water and lilies connection. I see that there is a person who's been, they saying they were in the mud, but they were meant to be there because out of the mud, oh no, not lily, sorry, lotus. I was confused, lily and lotus. But out of the mud, they say they will show how something will go like against nature or beyond nature, and it will bloom into something like, I mean, it sounds really crazy when I say it like this. The world has never seen something like that, but it's more of how to say this, it's almost like there is going to be something where you will see why certain difficulty was there, because it's meant to show something beautiful to the world. It's almost like I'm also seeing, it might not be related to this relationship, I'm seeing that someone has this life path where for a moment, like if only they refuse the urge to give up or the urge to look down on themselves, they will be that example of a person who, because of their good faith, who didn't give up, who didn't sell out, let's put it this way, even when the world was like, oh, look at all these people ahead of you doing so much better than you, look at you, you're a loser, you're supposed to be better. But it's almost like there's something that comes from the highest of the high, from literally from God, where a person will be plucked once again, and they keep showing me that someone is plucked from their environment, and almost like it was a person who was like, I don't know, almost like, I don't want to say nobody because it sounds so not nice, but maybe somebody was struggling with even paying their bills and rent, but they show how like literally, you know, God is taking this person and unplugging him from that, and instead like bringing him, they showing me like a castle, like some kind of royal building. I don't know what that is, but I think it's it's just a symbol, because somebody's life, if they don't lose their faith, is going to change in a miraculous way, which is also meant to be almost like an example or an inspiration for others. This is all really deep today. Wow. Gotta love it, Moon in Scorpio with Mercury in Scorpio. We have here the Tower. It is, once again, it is this identity crisis, the breakdown of all, but it's not bad. I know it sounds really like, looks really scary in this deck especially. They are showing me someone here also is either wearing the eye as their protection symbol or something about the eye. But as everything almost like breaks down, there is a part of them that's also being redeemed here. The one, if you can see, there's only this man at the very top who is, you know, following this dove of peace. It's almost like only their highest best, what's for the best of the, for the better of them is going to be like saved. And we have here the Hanged Man, and it is some kind of real spiritual process of surrender. Look at this, the cards are crazy. The Wheel of Fortune next, the Hanged Man next to the Wheel of Fortune. There is a big change that's happening into somebody's life. It's a true spiritual awakening, and I'm not saying this in like a, you know, you're going through spiritual awakening. This is a whole other level of spiritual awakening. This is something where I'm seeing like you're coming to a place, they say, out of time. I don't know, this is like getting too much out there even for me, and these cards, I just got them recently. This is you know, some very powerful stuff here in these cards, but they are showing me that it's almost like, and I don't want to go too deep into that here, but it's like, we'll talk about this in the extended, but it's they're showing me somebody is like out of time, transcending time. It is the very high energy. So I don't know what you practice exactly. You are probably connected to either like real spiritual disciplines, like some very high forms of yoga, you know, maybe it's even Kabbalah, or some very high form of even like shamanism, like ancient traditions. It's not New Age, it's ancient traditions that that somebody here is transcending their soul. They say it's things that it's like not of physical nature. And we have here death, but it's transformation as well. There is going to be a tremendous amount of transformation available to somebody here. They will, I feel like, who they were before will be no more. For someone, it's a process that started 2 years ago. Who they were before is no more, they say. So something about who they were before is no more. Something, or who you were before is no more. I get it. 9 of Wands. I think so for some of you, this is a person from your past who you are reconnecting with and you don't recognize them. They have changed completely. It's a completely different person. And there are some choices you need to make, whether you're going to entertain this or not. For others, you're dealing with somebody who's more new, I feel like, and they're going through some kind of also transformational process. I really feel it's someone you are dealing with rather than you. I don't really see that you yourself are going through that much of a transformation necessarily, which is good for a change. Anyway, we'll take a look at this, at all of this, at the extended. We'll take a look all of this from the past, present, future, what we need to see about this. This was a very deep reading. I actually got legit high while just channeling this energy. So the link to the extended is going to be down below. Check it out. Don't forget to check out my membership community, my astrology tarot courses. The links to everything is in the description box. I love you all, guys. There is going to be probably another video for Scorpios too, where I'll look more at your astrology. It's just today I felt very guided to do the shell message. Anyway, guys, link to the extended down below. See you there. We'll talk soon. Bye.